Right, people, big things are gone. The Dominic Kellman podcast, episode 7. Josh, is that right? I get that fucked up because all the times we record, it goes into another day and then he sends it to me. So first things first, you got to do the shake. It's like this. So up in the air, top once, bottom twice.
Top once,
bottom twice, and then top again. Boom. Do it properly this time.
Right, got ya.
Boom, boom, boom.
Sweet.
He don't waste no time, him, does he? Right. If you don't know who I'm speaking to, just exit the video now, because I feel very privileged to be here. Right now, I've had a long day's plumbing, yeah. He's been limping from the shop because he had a bit of accident with the old ankle, right? But I'm just going to sing this and it'll make me feel just a little bit better. She won't stop talking, why don't you give it a rest? She got more rabbit than Sainsbury's, why don't you give it a rest? Listen, Dogzilla.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Sweet. Better now.
First things first, right? I just want, you to understand, the effect that you've had on this incredible scene that we managed to get. Well, I'm 29, so I think for me, when I started listening to on tape, my cousin used to tape. I'd probably say the first person I heard was JME on the Straits on a tape.
Yeah.
Now, I remember I wasn't fully into hip hop fully. Yeah. I had Eminem probably. Yeah. But I wasn't, I was probably too young for Tupac, Biggie, etc. Probably as I got older, I'd listen to that more.
Yeah, man.
But when we finally had this sound, it changed everything. And what you have done within this scene is incredible.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
No, that's okay, man. That's okay. So from London Borough of Buck and Dagenham, was that the debut?
That was the first OT.
That was the first OT album.
CD, yeah.
Okay, so then you had Shot City. So that had Saga House, everything like that on it. Yeah, it had I think it had a few it had April Showers on it, Ghost Boy, stuff like that.
Yeah, a few.
Broad Street Stories, which is fucking incredible.
I ain't listened to them for ages, man.
Do you have a spare CD yet for me before I leave?
I've got them on my old laptop. They're at my mum's.
Okay.
Got everything on there, man.
But
I'm probably gonna re-release it,
mate. You if you get that, because it's on SoundCloud to be fair, but if you just get that onto a streaming platform, mate, it'll be unbelievable.
Well, Left to Rot, I've got that still on my laptop as well. I was thinking of re-releasing that after the album.
100%, 110%. So I want to go back to the beginning, brother. Right? Yeah. So. And remember, enjoy yourself, mate. Have yourself a bit of a Stella. Get yourself loose. Yeah.
Come on then, here we go.
Go on. We'll cheers again to that, mate. So,
do the
right. Go on. So, Devlin, of course. And today I really want people to understand, for me, Devlin was my favourite artist to come out of the grime scene ever. Yeah. Today, that it's not about him. That's one thing I don't enjoy, is when people who are just as great, I guess, maybe get overshone by maybe the commercialism and I guess the lyricism technique of that person, and it overshadows someone like yourself. Yeah. But you had people like Benson, M.I. Yeah. M.I. is powerful.
Yeah, he's back.
You got Mesh.
Yep, he's back.
Deeper Man, big up Deeper Man. I'll speak to you soon, mate.
Yep, get in touch, please.
Please.
Try and find
you. We'll both find you now. How from the start do you get all of these people connected to make such great music?
It was Gravity. Give me a call when I was on Rinse FM. And he gave me his number and I went and met him. And it was a CD of Dev's.
Okay.
I was on it, but it was very young. And it was alright. I thought, that's alright, but I run Gravity and I said, see your boy, I said to him, look, here's the do's and the don'ts, and give it some time and let him do his thing, let him learn, and I'll come back to you about him. But yeah, sweet, I got your music, thank you, la la la, pardon me. And basically about a year later, I was at my boy Joe's house, and he said, "Oh yeah, have you heard my mate Dev's?" He said, "Devastation."
So was that his name at first?
That was his name.
Wow, okay.
I said, "Okay, right." I said, "Yeah, come. I know who he is. I've heard him, but it was a long time ago. I went, come and go and meet him." And he spat this bar to me, yeah. And I was in a car, and I just looked at him and just went,
"That's different."
And then obviously I said, "Look, I'm going to take a studio. I'm going to take a studio tomorrow."
Okay. Would you pay for him at that point as well?
Yeah, I said, "I'll come and pick you up." And he was like, "Oh yeah, do you know what time we're going to be there?" I went, "Oh, we'll get there about 8, 9. He went, "Because I've got school in the morning." I went, "Oh, fucking hell." I went, "Yeah, no, I'll get you back. All we'll do is I'll do a song, you do a song. I might have to do a couple, we'll see how we go." But when we got to studio, it was like Danny C had changed from Pro Tools or whatever he was using to Logic.
Okay.
So he was just getting to grips with it. So I said, "All right, cool, let me do my song and then we'll get Dev's on." And it was taking Danny C a little while to, because obviously it's a new platform for him.
And how was Dev's actually at that point at creating a song? Like, did it take him long?
I just said to him, right, I've got him in studio and I said to him, "Just listen, I've got you a song, Danny Weed, Heat Up."
Unreal. You did a Heat Up as well?
Yeah.
People don't know that, you know.
Yeah, of course. And
big tune.
And I thought, obviously it was a song that was getting recognised, and said, "Oh, Devs," all I said to him was, "Take your time. You've got all night, don't worry. Just hit the tune hard. Do as many bars as you want. If you want to do it till the end, do it till the end. Wherever you want to stop, stop." He went in and done about 6 verses. When I come through, they're sweating. Like the Evans. When I drop bars, the question beckons. And I just went, and even I remember saying to him, like years and years later on, I was like, you know, like we was talking about when we first met, and I said to him, "Bruv, you had me like, this is how I knew, like you had it in you," because I thought, I must have been like 21, 22, and he was like 14, 15.
That's crazy.
And I was like, how the fuck what does he mean? Like, because he said, "And your girl's not Terry's, she's ours, and Soundboy, you're not having one segment." And I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I said, "Devs, man," I went, "Look, you're fucking up my head here, man." I went, and that's when I knew that this guy's different, like, because he's got me thinking, like, and I'm not the greatest fucking clued up, wired up geezer, but I know how to write a fucking bar, and I know my English, or I know how to format my lyrics
and orchestrate flows and so on.
And when he said that, I said to him, "What the fuck does that mean?" He said, "The Terry's chocolate, bruv. When she says, oh, she's not yours, she's mine," and takes a bit of it, and I went, "Oh, your girl's not Terry's, she's ours, and Soundboy, you're not having one segment." I was like, bro!
But the thing is,
I couldn't believe it. I said, fuck.
How do you orchestrate having lyrics like that at 140 BPM? So let's go back to your history. Where did you start? So what was your past like growing up into actually becoming a lyricist like yourself? Because you need to be given kudos for you being a lyricist. You wasn't a bats and gats. By the way, Gracious K, I like that rhythm. But I'm just saying, at the time, that's what grime was. But you was more of a lyricist on 140 beats.
Yeah. No, because when I first started, you got to think like, it was drum and bass, and it was Shabba, and it was Skibber, and it was Det, and everyone like that. So
did you actually enjoy that genre of music, though?
Mate, this is when I was meant to do a song with Shabba not long ago, but I think he had an accident, or he was in hospital, had to hernia or something like that. But he couldn't come anyway, and Swifter as well. Big up Shabba and Swifter. And I remember looking at Shabba on the stage at Stratford Rex, and it was the pinnacle point for me, and I was like, I'm going to be an MC.
Did you like the attention it brought and stuff like that?
I don't know what it was. It was the first time I see Shabba, like, because obviously I was a Skibber fanatic.
Absolutely, man.
I was a Skibber fanatic. I used to know every bar of his.
X-Man.
But even way before, I'm talking like 94. 95.
I was 3 years old.
That's what I'm saying. I was the boy in school doing the tapes, recording. I must have been, 13, 14 then.
Did you have a hard time, I guess, in that scene, I guess, being white as well? Did that make a difference for you?
I didn't give a fuck.
And was that, but was that ever a part of you that felt like
thing, because obviously with the drum and bass, like and like with the garage, everyone was, "Hey ladies, pick up your chairs, we are the best," and all this shit, yeah? Mate, I'm from Dagenham. I'm not a happy soul. Like, my mates are just being killed, my mates are being run over, my mates are dying in car crashes, my mates are being murdered. people are dying around me. I'm not a fucking happy soul, man. I don't want to be going, yeah, I'm happy, pick up your chest, ladies, and all this. Oh, I want to be saying, fuck them up. Dogsy will fuck them up.
But you know what's crazy, Dogs, though?
And then, obviously, when I come about, what the fuck? But I thought, this is another thing. I'm white, and I'm talking grease. No one else is doing it. That you swore.
Yeah, what?
I remember
on Flowers, Sweet Female Attitude,
bro. Who was it?
Time and Envy under 15s.
Spoony.
Yeah, Spoony.
I was in Iron Napa, and I was like that.
I was like that when I first heard you, though.
He said used to turn the mic off of me.
Really?
And I used to turn around and go, what are you fucking doing?
But did you know at that point though that the effect that your lyrics were actually having when you were saying the outlandish thing? This is where I was
getting at. Do you remember MC Rankin?
I do.
MC Rankin, PSG,
Feel it
Creed,
coming on.
Right?
That's him.
They were all like this when I was on the mic, and I used to fucking stick 'em up, dogs, it's a backup. Don't watch your face on the money that I stack up. Style sick and my style's making yuck up, so don't forget, boy, dogs, it's a backup. Got beef with some boys in the shook up. Don't think that Dogsy won't have them up, because every time I touch a mic, everybody look up, put your middle finger up if you don't give a fuck.
But
hold up, what the fuck's up? It's Dogsy Paul Mike and he's gonna mess it up. I'm here to get lean up, start the scene up. And that was like one of my first bars.
Okay.
They're like,
did that take you a long while to write down when you was first doing it? Did you get anyone from your friendship groups going, okay, I like that?
No, because I just used to write bars. Fuck that. I was in jail thinking I'm gonna smash the fuck out of it when I get out.
How long was you in there?
Went in when I was 15, got out when I was about 18.
Okay. And how did you find it okay?
I don't regret a day of it, bruv.
I bet you was in there writing absolutely crazy material, and look what you managed to create coming out of it. Did you ever think that you would be able to create what you created?
I knew I was going to do something, yeah. I knew I was going to be different, and this is another thing what I was just about going to say with the Rankin and the PSGs, there was like that. But then, I think we was in Iron Napa, and I went home, because I got a tonsillitis or something. I had something wrong with my throat, so I had 2 weeks off. I come back, Rankin, bruv, I listened to your tape. Do you know what? Like when I weren't listening, Dogs. I weren't listening, but I got the tape of you. Yeah, I'm listening.
100%.
Bruv, you said you've got a platinum axe. Step back, what Dogsy Blaze tracks, you know. Dogzilla snapping up back. Someone you like Parliament, I want some tax. If you will fuck around, I'll give you some hard smacks. Don't make me draw for the platinum axe. Leave your little boys dead in haystacks.
The thing is, at that time, yeah,
that's what he was saying. Like you're too.
There's no difference.
Too fucked. Like you can't. Like, and I'm.
There's no difference. Make me think,
though. But then I thought, you know what? I'm better than you, bruv.
But this is what I'm saying.
That's why I want the mic. I'm better than you.
I'll explain how I took.
To the MCs of them.
I'll tell you how I took you in. Yeah. There was nothing different to what you were doing than what someone like, and I've said him before, but Eminem, you know, saying, I've got a small dick and I've raped my mum and I've done this. And there was no difference, but you as an English MC on a different BPM beat in a different culture. Yeah. So when I first heard you, I had heard Devlin first, and I think the first time I heard you was the Freestyle in the Park. I think. Yeah. Right? Now, strangely, this is me, and I'm not just saying this because you're here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tried to get this to happen. And I got a funny story about that as well, actually. But I didn't go, right, Devlin's here, Dogzilla's here. I'm just comparing them both. No, Dogzilla's nowhere near. I always saw you as different entities.
Yeah.
Beside each other. And me and my pals really appreciated you. From afar, you didn't even know he existed. But my best friend, Adam, used to play for Dagenham and Redbridge with Alex Devlin. And his dad is very close with Devlin's dad, right? So we were just listening to all these musics, and you don't know, like, it's hard to hear you say how hard your life's been and the people that are being taken away from you. But do you know how much joy you give people as soon as they hear a 16 of you, just a 16?
Yeah. I know.
That is a powerful thing, and you've not just, you can sing as well. We were saying this in the car, Josh, yeah? Oh, and I've got to clear this up before I forget. End of Days, what part was you singing in that chorus? Not End of Days, sorry, Our Father.
Our Father, yeah.
What part was that was you singing, right?
Yeah.
What part of it was it? Because I wasn't sure if it was both of you together or...
I'll see you, I made this world for you.
Like, mate, it's just like, how can you not say that's talent? But we always, we would laugh about it. But that doesn't take away the talent in the structure of your bars. Like, start to run. Where's part 2, mate? It's been 15 years.
Ah, shit. What's your back? He said to run.
Mate, where is it?
Oh, man, Jesus Christ.
This is what I'm saying. You don't realise. What about Merker, pencil stepper? Who Merk who? Who McNepper? You say fuck me and you say fuck Glamour. Okay, fuck me and fuck Glamour. You wouldn't even know someone like me knows them lyrics word for word.
Fuck me and fuck Glamour. Fucking manner is so shit.
Me and Dev's come through with bars and sticks.
Smack the whole precinct.
Merk two Inklings, little pricks, they chat shit. Any place, anywhere, mate.
Anywhere, any place, anywhere, anytime. I don't really fuck about anywhere, anywhere. Yeah.
You don't get that album was so professionally done in terms of the beat selection. How the fuck, first off, do you get loads of geezers from Dagenham, all good at spitting, all to turn up, all to do a verse, and how is that process? Explain that to me, please.
What, how it was or how it is?
Say how it was, because we're gonna go forward and we're gonna go into the return.
At first, I said, right, come in studio, bruv. Like, obviously, Dev's introduced me to Deeper Man, MI.
MI is hard, man.
Yeah, man. And
I like MI
obviously, I knew Mesh, Props. So we all just come together, and it was the Dogenham Alliance. And
so, were they sort of practicing around each other, or did they come to you already quite good, or?
No, I just used to hear, oh yeah, I can write bars as well, dogs. Shaz. And it was like, I'm like, bruv, that's good enough to come on a song, mate. It don't matter, like, don't worry about it.
It's not like they're writing whole songs, you know?
No, they're just spitting bars. Don't worry, you're from the manor. I'll get you on a song. You're going to get heard.
But but I know that sounds quite like, oh yeah, you're okay, go on. But they were all very good.
Yeah, no, of course, I knew that. But I said to them, you will get better.
100%. Naturally.
Carry on your craft. You're good.
I used to spit myself. So.
Like, you're good. Like, you're good, but you can be better. If you want to be better, then come with me and I can get you heard.
100%.
So we'd all go studio. We'd all just be sitting there fucking, just everyone's rolling about. There's burgers on the fucking floor. There's chips everywhere. Someone's graphing on the wall. It was just chaos, but fun. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like. And then obviously they'll write the song. And I remember one time, they rang me up and they said, "Yeah, we're at Studio Dogs." I went, "What?" Because then that made me think. Normally I was the one setting it all up, going, "Right, studio here, right, cool." Now they're doing it themselves.
But then how did you build those connections and cosigns for people to take you that serious when you felt like maybe you wasn't being taken serious? How did you have all these connections to people to respect you, like?
It's when I went on Napa, that's what changed everything, because obviously I was spitting bars. All I had was radio on a few little raves here and there. And I think I went Sidewinder with Slimzy and Maxwell D, and I've got heard once or twice a few times. But then when I went on Napa, that changed everything.
What was the best part, would you say, of your career so far? Like, in terms of going from, your first ever solo album to Broad Street Stories to Tales from the Crypt to Blood, Sweat and Bears. Like, what part did you feel like, wow, my life has changed from being in prison for 3 years?
When me and Dev walked out on Wembley Stadium, mate.
Packed?
10, 12,000 people.
Buzzing?
Nervous.
Did you have, friends, family there, or was that just you two there?
Just me and Devs and the manager.
Explain to the people, just because some people would never know what that feels like. Coming out, you've created music to no one as well, in a studio, to nobody.
It was mad.
Like this now. You got singing back your lyrics.
Me, Pro Green, Plan B, Strider, Tiny Temper. That's us. We're friends. We're all, "Alright, how you doing?" Yeah. We'll sit there. I think N-Dubs was there as well.
Yeah. That must have been a mental time for you, man.
But then, I'd look around and I'd see people from Big Brother. I'd see people from The Only Way Is Essex. I'd see Lady Gaga. Fucking Fern Cotton.
Oh, good old Fern.
Keith Lemon.
Yeah.
Just and it's like, fucking hell.
But you seem like someone that doesn't get fazed by that sort of thing.
No, I didn't get fazed. I wasn't fazed, but it was like, fucking hell.
I'm actually in these circles.
Yeah, this is getting different now. This is different now.
And obviously, without getting too deep into it, like, in terms of, actually how you earn at that point, how is the process when you've got so many different artists and I'm guessing you're all being pushed out by a label at that point. You guys weren't independent, were you?
No.
So how was that procedure? Were you doing a 360 deal?
No, they just signed Devs, and he got the deal, and it was like, you're coming with me, mate.
Yeah.
Like, and I said it like any other time, it was like I got a record deal as well. Do you know what I mean? Because
yeah, of course.
we was all right. We was all good financially.
Mm-hmm.
Because we was doing bookings, we're doing like 3-4 nights a week, easy.
Mm.
I think we did 17 shows, all like that. I just want to go home, man. I'm fucked. Like, fucked.
Yeah.
I remember being in Leeds and I was just being sick, and Devs was going, "You had too much to drink." I said, "I haven't drunk, Devs.
I ain't slept. That's what it is.
I've not even drunk nothing. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, I know that was after my food. Like, it's just, I'm just drained, man. I need to rest." Everyone thinks, yeah, you went on tour. All right, cool. We went on tour with Chase and Status, example, Ed Sheeran, fucking, who else? I think that might have even been it. And I think obviously Devs went with Jesse J.
Was the Streets around at that point? Pro Green and...
Pro Green was, yeah. We used to always see Pro Green out.
Because Example was signed to Mike Skinner and that at that point, I think. And Pro Green, but it sort of fell apart a little bit.
Something like that. I think their label was Ministry of Sound, I think.
I think so, yeah, at that point. But like, the way that those albums came out and Saga House, what was that the main effect of Saga House? Being able to continue the vision and be like, okay, this song is a powerful grime tune. Like for me, I know that song word for word. And me and all my mates know that song word for word. And for me, for me personally, it was on the same level as Pow or like your other like anthems that you'd get on Channel U or something like that.
It just didn't get marketed. That's all it was.
Yeah, because I don't think it was on Channel U either, was it?
No.
Just YouTube, right?
Just YouTube.
And that's probably when it was like 11 years ago, 12 years ago. So
I think it's got like 250,000 views. So
yeah, absolutely. But like,
there's nothing that's been pushed or promoted.
I
mean, it's alright.
But like, you had a long way away, and now you're making your return. You've showed me an incredible track, mate. How are you feeling about coming back? And big up the boys at the Shed as well. That was a really good interview with yourself. So
Dix and all the boys.
So was that your first time sort of coming back into the limelight, I guess, again?
It all started when Marcus Nasser used to ring me and he'd say, "Oh yeah, come do a show." And I said, "Oh man, alright, I'll come." But then, like, sorry to admit it, I'd be like, "Oh, fuck, I wasn't in it." Like, do you know what I mean? I just thought, fuck it, like, I don't want to do it no more. Like, I've got kids.
Why was that? I mean, I understand it's kids, but where you've been doing it for so long, did you ever feel like
it was just? It was a mixture of things. Like, I didn't want to be performing in front of 13, 14-year-old kids anymore. Like, because obviously these are Devlin fans. They are my fans. Don't get me wrong. Anytime,
they are.
Because like you say, when you say Devlin, you say Dogzilla. When you say Dogzilla, you say Devlin.
100%.
I know that.
Which is a good thing.
Cool. But then Devs used to say to me, "You always get the nutters, man." Like, would be, and I used to be like, "What do you mean?" So like, look at that cunt over there, and you'd see some geezer like he'd just be like staring at me like that, and then I'd look over and he'd go, you know, you're like, what the fuck is fuck? But then I just used to get the characters, yeah, dogs, man, yeah, good to meet you, man, yeah. Like, and I'd be
you
like,
was funny on that track, man.
Yeah,
I fingered her ass and no one else got shit on it.
With Devs, you get all the screaming girls.
Oh right, yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
but the thing with
that
Devs
was good for me because I think, well, there you go, street.
Women, young kids, older. Yeah. I'll tell you now, it appealed to so many different ranges of people.
Yes, man. That's why it works.
Was it hard though?
You have Beauty and the Beast.
Was it hard though to go from making such underground, which then reached to mainstream grime, like really good grime, to go to straight into a very commercial?
It was a shame for me to watch it unfold, man. It was
and
horrible.
For me, but
horrible for me, like.
Yeah, go on, explain how you felt about that, man.
Like, obviously, he's done the album Bud, Sweat,
and
and
have
Beers.
a bit of your beer as well, by the way.
Of course, man. Bud, Sweat, and Beers. I think that's his best album that he released commercially.
Oh yeah, 100%. Oh no, the Devlin was good, man.
I've heard a bit of it, but not all of it, to be honest.
Okay. I think you should give the Devlin another go, but that is the best commercial album he did. Bud, Sweat, and Beers, 100%.
But
you're going for the Budweiser now, yeah?
Yeah. But people weren't. It was horrible to see because they was expecting Tales of the Crypt.
Well, let's go back. Let's actually like get your mind into that process of making all of this music. Did you ever have a time where you was like, no, this isn't right? Or was you just so wrapped up in what's going on?
Yeah.
You're just like, labels are asking for this.
It was just going on. Everything was just bang, 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 bang. Everything was just right. Next thing you know, well, fucking hell. Like, what? We've got to go Lincoln. Yeah. We've got to go Lincoln. When? Tonight. Next day. Oh, yeah, we're going Ireland. Fucking hell. Like, all right, cool, man. Jesus. Like, what's going on? Oh, yeah. And then Devs would ring me up and he'd say, oh, I've just been to Atlantic Records. I've had an interview there. I've just been to Sony. I've just been to da. And then when he went to Ireland, he said it just felt right. He said, like, I don't really want to be, pardon me, I'm not saying any names, but he said, like, I don't want to be sitting there with a geezer, big fat geezer in a suit with a cigar out of his mouth trying to talk to me about grime.
Yeah, nah. And that's the problem.
What it was with Ireland, he said it just felt right, so I'm going to go with Ireland. I said, bruv, cool, man.
Because I think Adele was on that label at that time, right? I'm sure of it.
Who did you have? Jessie J.
Yeah,
Biffy Clyro.
These are mental names, man. These are mental names. But when did you start to see it unfold where you was like, I don't think this is right? Like, when did you start realising I don't like the package? Because what I really want to dig deep into as well as we go through, you had a vision and the package of an A&R, mate. And I don't know if you've had the kudos or maybe even the financial gain of it, of having all these artists, mate, the production goes undervalued. It wasn't this, like, we'll talk about him in a sec, Wiley, but for me, like, you know, the Eskimo sound and stuff like that, of course, that was the foundation, but it was a lot. But I feel like the OT sound, it was laid back, grimy,
cinematic,
dubby. They weren't overpowering because you had great MCs on there, man.
And that's what I always used to say.
It's mental, though.
Find a nice, clean, empty beat.
Which isn't overpowering.
So they can hear every single word.
But how was you doing that? Don't worry about
wobbly basses and fucking big snares. All you need to know is that.
But how was you doing that all the way back then on an album with 10 geezers on it? How are you orchestrating that? So how?
Getting everyone together, we'd all be on the fucking train.
Mental quality control.
If I weren't fucking getting arrested for whatever, I'd take my car, whatever, we'd all jump on the fucking train. I used to have a different car every fucking week.
It's just
I had to change cars or madness anyway. But yeah.
What about your mate Wiley?
Not bad.
Have you spoke to him? Contacted him? How's he doing? I bet he's doing fine.
Of course he is. I spoke to him before whatever was going on, and we was meant to be hitting the studio.
Okay.
And I said, look, I've got this album coming. I said, look, do you want to jump on it? And then give me his number, me and him spoke. He was like, yeah, man, fucking hell, do you remember this? Do you remember that time? Oh, brilliant times, man. And I thought, well, he's changed, man. Fucking hell, like, he's changed.
And that's
matured.
Yeah.
Seemed to me that he'd matured. But
well, he turns up to things
then
now,
someone
doesn't
asked, no, well, this is where I'm getting at. And then I spoke to someone and they said, Dogs, man, well, you know he's not going to come, didn't you? And I went, nah, he's not.
Yeah, I feel...
No, he's not. But I thought, I'll give him the option. It's down to him, innit? And I knew. I said, you coming? Yeah, I'll be there. And from then on, I thought, he ain't going to come. Which is a shame, because not that I don't want to do the song. I wanted to do the song. He probably wanted to. Me, Wiley, and the boys on the song. It's just history there, man. Would have been a good thing. But
100%, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, man. Well,
I don't even. I said to Wiley, like, he's like, because I spoke to him again about something else. I weren't even on about the tune or the street, and he said, "No, Dogs, man, fucking hell."
Just, yeah.
And I said, "Listen, Wiley, don't even worry about it, bruv. I'm not even.
I'm not ringing you to just making sure you're right. Like,
I'm not. Don't worry about it. I know it's cool, man. I'm not gonna get. I don't take it personal, mate. You're Wiley, man. You do your thing, bruv. I know what you like." You'll be late. You won't even turn up for your own funeral, mate.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And it's funny because you've both been just side to side, sort of doing your own things for so many years, you know.
Fucking hell. 1999, 2000, I think.
That's what I'm saying. So it must be quite hard to obviously see the whole world doing what they're doing, because obviously what he's going through in terms of being taken off of every single social media. You know, obviously I don't know him, so
I
personally,
back him, like, I don't care what he says or what he's done. That's just Wiley. Let Wiley be Wiley. He's still my friend.
yeah, I understand, man.
I would answer that phone if he rang me now, and I'd say, "You all right, mate?" Which I did.
Of course.
I said to him, "Look, whatever you've got going on, whatever war you've got going on, mate,
I'm here for you.
Yeah, you can hit me up anytime you want, bruv. Just be careful."
Yeah, 100%, man, 100%.
Just be careful, pal. Love dogs, thanks, mate. I said, "Cool, man."
But that shows about your character as well, that like the deeper relationship that you both have, man. But let's get into the return.
Yes, man.
So, first things first, what made, you know, when did you get into the studio with the, obviously you got Take the Throne, which is honestly, mate, and I said to you before, I was worried because I'm a fucking deep fan, mate. I know Shot City, I know Tales from the Crypt word for word, I know Broad Street Stories word for word. I'm thinking, what is this going to sound like? Didn't know Mesh was just going to pop out first. Then obviously I didn't know the two guys that come after you,
Roller and TCG.
but they batted off the rhythm. And they all shelled, but Roller. I'm sorry, he did big things there, so that's respect, man. And of course you did your thing on there. How have you? What sort of reception have you had from that, man?
It's been good, man. Because when the children grew up, and I thought, you know, and like I'm not gonna, I've been there for my kids now. They're old enough now. I've got time to myself now. Do you know what I mean? And what is it that I've always loved doing?
Music, bro.
Apart from being a dad, do you know what I mean?
That's amazing as well. Congratulations for that as well, because obviously I watched this shed and it started off very heavy, and you know that's again a testament to your character to be able to say those things out loud. So I mean, how have you been with everything like that coming back, and now do you feel like you're ready to sort of leave your kids and sort of get yourself back into music, man, which is what you love and what we love you for?
It's like I said, it started off with Marcus Nasty, and I went up to the show and I was like, spitting bars, and like rinses will change now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Legit. And,
are they actually DAB
this is
radio
when
now?
I knew, like I thought, I need to come back, because the woman said to me, she was like, "Dogs, you're gonna have to come off."
Oh, well, when you come on?
Yeah.
Wait.
I went,
Talisa, coming on my bed. I got a cock like Chipmunk's head.
Yeah.
I thought that was sick. Yeah. Wait, she wanted you to come off?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of the profanity and the swearing.
What time was that on though?
About 6, 7 o'clock.
Oh, was it? No, but is Rinse actually a commercial radio station now? It's actually.
I don't know. It's like.
I still don't know Rinse, mate, because I play on Project London, so I don't get it.
Sorry, I think it's gone commercial, but it's got to the point where you can't be commercial. Not with the artists that are in your scene. You can't.
Mate, listen. You do not need. One, nowadays you don't need labels. You can literally be at home. If you've got Logic and you've got a mic, you can just shove your stuff out there and get 5 million views. I'm not saying it's easy, but much easier than your days when you was doing it.
You had nothing.
And
tape packs.
So
and that's it.
With the radio, to be honest with you, radio's dying because I can create whatever the hell I want. I get in my car. I don't need to listen to Jamie Theakston and Emma Bunton. I don't need to listen to Smooth. I love Smooth though. Big up. But I can make whatever playlist I want on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever. So the art of censorship and all of these things are dying.
The plus side of the radio is that it's live.
Yeah.
If I say on Twitter or on Facebook, on Instagram, I'm going on Rinse FM, why not?
Yeah, but
that's where you get your music heard.
But do you feel people are listening to the radio like you think? Like me, for example, I knew you did that with Beezy, right? YouTube, straight away. Like I wouldn't even have thought you would have been on the radio live saying what you were saying at 6 o'clock. But who really listens to the radio like that anymore? Obviously, there's times in the morning, things like that. Maybe if you're in traffic, things like that. I don't know. Your phone runs out of battery, but then it's quite crazy to think the radio must be struggling big time.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It is a shame because
that's where careers were made. DJ Slimzy, 3 till 5 on a Sunday. Let me tell you now, that made a lot of people's careers.
Oh, mate. 100%, man.
That made near
Deja.
enough every single MC in the scene from East London's careers, mate.
Axe FM. Axe FM.
Rinse FM, 3 till 5, DJ Slimzy, Super Sunday. I don't care what you say or what anyone says. That was the point of where you want to be listening to. Fuck any other station. I know everyone was listening to that.
Do you know what one of your best songs is as well, by the way? Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Big. I've said Start to Run as well. That is a big tune, mate.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you ain't done a part 2 yet. But
Never Ending Story. Someone did mention that to me. Why are you going to do a Never Ending Story on your album?
The thing is, you could re-release all these things. Because you right now, you're possibly creating a whole new fan base of people that may have heard of you or they've grown up and they're like, where did Dogzilla go?
Yeah, that's it. Where did he go? Where did he come from? Like this is the thing as well. This is what some like the guy who made Losing the Plot, the video I showed you.
That's big, man.
He's one of my friends, like, and he's wicked producer, and he said, you know what, Dogs? He said, like, they're either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it. Because, and he said, but he said the only people that are gonna hate it is the people that don't know who you are, which will be the new fan base, the little kids. Maybe.
Is that the video you showed me earlier? Okay, so I'm just gonna bring my head back to when you showed me when I come in the gaff, yeah? Immediately, because I know what you do, I smiled and said, we need this though.
Yeah.
We need, mate, that's skill what you've got.
He said, you know what, this game needs humour, it needs you so much, all this shit about stabbings and traps and...
What do you think of drill?
Some of it's good, yeah, but do you know what, I hear these, I don't know their names, they just all sound the same.
That is a big thing, but do you know what as well?
All saying the same thing.
The thing is what's different.
There was one guy I see, sorry.
No, that's right.
The flow was just...
bog standard.
Fucking hell, like, what the timing, like, you got to understand that. 1, 2, 3, 4, I can't do this. But that's, then you're double timing, do you know what I mean? That's how you learn. Rap, 1, 2, 1, 2, you can flow like.
So tell the people what is your creative process like? Because there are millions of people out there that have no idea how to make a song and how it happens.
I've written some fucked up songs
that we would never hear.
Oh mate, I've written songs about it was Charlie. It was like I was
what Charlie are we talking about?
That's the name of the song.
Oh,
Charlie.
the song's called Charlie.
It's about someone. He's fulfilling his Scarface fantasies, and and he was a drug dealer, and he was like, and he ended up fucking having enemies, and he got shot, and then at the end of the song, I woke up. I was like, fucking hell, that was a dream. Like, do you know what I mean?
So
there's another song that I've done that I met a girl that I was in a car crash with the girl. She died, and I've met a girl that looks like her.
Okay, so this is another thing.
That was a song. I met some producers from Paris.
Yeah.
And they give me the song, and I wrote the song based in Paris. And when I give it to them, they're like, "Wow,
this is gonna make the 5 p.m. slot.
This is going to be incredible."
So
I said, "No, man, release it, man." I said, "Don't worry." They said, "Oh, we'll give you some money." I said, "Listen, man, keep it. It's a song. Don't worry."
So
they said that it done well out there. So,
what was your favourite verse or song? Or what's the best feedback you ever got from a song or a verse or that you're like really proud of? Like, would you say?
I don't know.
You've done so many, man.
That's it. I don't know.
Or okay, what was your like best project that you enjoyed doing? Do you guys do a project as in we're gonna do a project and then you bang it out, or are you just constantly in the studio?
No, when the best project I've done was probably Left to Rock.
That you enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
Devlin style.
Yeah.
Did you okay, what about the people then? Tell them, is it a bit different now writing or not writing songs without smoking zoots, bro?
I thought I was going to struggle with that.
So did you just stop?
So
Boom.
I thought, right, this is how I used to roll. Pen, tune, or I'd just say it and keep it in my head, keep repeating it, and then I'll get another line. Keep repeating it, then I'd repeat the 2 lines, then I'd repeat the 3, and then I'd get the 8 bar, and I'd go write all down at once. Just so I don't forget it.
Okay.
And then I'll do the next 8 bars, or I'll just do line for line. or I'd get loads of different lines, and I'll just write them all down on a bit of paper and then put them all together. I've got loads of little methods how I do it. It's just how I feel.
And would you do that before you get to the studio, so that, because it costs money to make music, if you don't know. So would you have that all prepared before? Would you do it while you're in there?
Sometimes it depends what studio I was going to. Left to right, I had to have it there already because I had to pay £20-30 an hour for the studio.
So, new album's coming, brother.
Yes.
Well done, man.
Yes.
It's well needed, man. And I've heard a few tracks off it, and I'm actually like, I'm excited personally, and very impressed so far, because the songs you've showed me, I've always thought in my head you could do them. Like, you've done songs like, Where's All the Beer and things like that. But it's always had a grimy element to it, or like a funny, but it's still clever, and it's still a technique to do these things.
Yeah, man.
But I don't think people really appreciate that. So how do you feel about this new album, brother?
I'm excited, man. I'll give it to a couple of people, and they've straight away they've said, I weren't expecting that, bruv.
Okay, what, the whole thing?
Yeah. What do you mean? That's fucked, man.
Have they really been shocked?
They've pointed out songs that mean to them, and he said, you know what, bruv, like, you're gonna kill it with that song. What? There's a certain song on the album that it's fun as fuck. It's not about mental health, like, but it's about depression and things like that, and it said, like, fucking, like, you're gonna hit the with that, because it's a fucking deep song, like, it's proper deep.
Well, it's 2 for 2 at the minute. You've showed me 2 tracks, and both of them I was like, this is good, man.
Like, I've done the songs that's gonna make you laugh. I've done the songs that's gonna make you go wow. I've done the songs that's gonna make you go.
So how long have you been working on that for?
A couple of songs are from the documentary album.
Okay.
A couple of them that are just before I've finished.
And you're doing this independent, I'm guessing?
And then I wrote a whole new bunch.
Okay. Like, we're ready, mate. September the 18th, yeah?
Yeah.
And so that'll be on all platforms, DSP, so it'll be Apple Music, Spotify. Are you going to do it on hard copy, vinyl, or anything like that?
I think I might do like 50 copies and sign them, and just say to people, like, look, listen, there you go, £15 or whatever.
Okay.
Signed copy, and I'll post and package as well, or £20 post and package or whatever. Or if you want to come and meet me, I'll give them to you personally, man. And
I feel like, do you feel like there's something missing, and that I feel, this is just me from meeting you today, yeah, that I feel like you finally realise, no, you know what, I'm fucking good at this. I think you've always, mate, you cannot create some of the best artists that have ever come in this country, get these people together, make great projects, and not be good at something.
Yeah,
but I still feel that maybe you felt underappreciated in the conversations that you're in.
Yeah, of course, no, because like, I've been there before when Devs and the Island Records are there, and they've said to me, "You're brilliant what you do, like, but you're a bit crazy, Dogs. Like, you need to slow down." And I was like, "Oh man, like, stop shouting so much and screaming and going crazy on the stage." No, man.
I'll tell you something funny,
but
though.
The thing is, like, when I'm looking at, they're all, everyone's fucking, I've got my jumper in the air.
Do you have a lot of energy when you're going out there?
Yeah, of course. Like, I remember looking around, I was overhyped, because the more I get back off of them, like, I know, like, my energy on stage, because I know how to play a crowd.
100%.
I know how to do it. I've been there before when I've been there a rave and I'm going, they're not going to take all that information in, like, so I've worked out
how to get that better,
how to do it in between, or to do a little. And I remember I'd done a whole show and I didn't even spit a lyric.
So how do you go 8 years without doing what you love, man? How? Life took over.
Yeah, just shit happened, man. I had to stop it.
But you know what? And obviously I don't know the ins and outs, but sometimes these things, like, will bring us back to what we love and make what we love better. So I feel this album is just gonna, enhance the skills you have? Mate, like, even just seeing that tune you just showed me there, I'm just like, for me, I'm happy that one, you're on doing what you're doing, because I think there might have been a time as well when you was probably the biggest that you ever were, that you don't want to be making songs right now. And I don't want to make a song with, I don't know, Lady Gaga, just because you're on this label and now you're having to chart and so on and so forth. I mean, was that a hard process? So, like, for example, when you were making songs for Blood, Sweat and Beers, do you have any? Did you and Devs actually have a lot of creative power at that point?
Yeah.
So you still, so did you guys make?
Devs would ring me and, like, because Devs was living with me in the flat at the time, in my flat.
Okay.
So I was always with him anyway.
Okay.
But then sometimes he would just disappear and I'd do his thing and that. And then he'd come back and say, oh, I've been with Naughty Boy, or I've been with, I've done this song, and he'd show me it and I'd go, yeah, man, that's your first commercial release. You got, like, that's you, like. Or I thought that the Brainwash, I don't think that should have been his first single. For Blood, Sweat and Beers. I think our father should have been released commercially.
100%.
But it didn't.
Actually, I kind of like that it wasn't. I like that it was like a B-side.
Personally, like, it should have.
I'm sorry to do this, but I gotta go piss.
Yeah, go on, man. Pardon me.
So, when I got in contact with you, right, and I was showing you my podcast, it was funny because I thought, he ain't gonna message me back, because I sent you, obviously, the episode with the Dominatrix, right? Big up yourself, Madam Esmeralda. I'm seeing you soon, girl. And
pretty girl, man.
Oh, mate, lovely, lovely girl. And you know what? I learned so much about.
You do, with people that are into that, like, with that, because they're so gone.
But it's so good though. But I hate meeting drones, mate.
When you meet people like that, they're so gone and they're so wild, but they're so levelled.
Mate.
They're so levelled and they're so happy with themselves and they accept themselves.
It's unreal.
You can learn a lot from them sort of people, and I can see that in just from watching her. Do you know what I mean? That she knows what she's doing. She knows what she wants. She's levelled. She's polite. She's calm.
She's in a Pete and Baz video.
There you go.
Big up yourself, because I sent you the link and it comes up with the gas mask over, and the funnel is going up the skirt, right? Yeah. So I thought, I don't think he thinks this is going to be about music. So it's been a pleasure for you to come in. But yeah, lastly, like, let's go through just, what are you expecting, I guess, off the back of the album? Like, do you feel, have you got the right promotion going into it and so on and so forth?
It's all me. Everything's me. It's all my financials, everything I'm doing now. Now I'm on promo now.
Okay.
So after today, it's my birthday on Saturday.
Oh, wicked, man.
So I've got Risky Roads coming in the studio with us.
Oh, you said you're doing a live fuck radio, ain't you?
Like a fuck radio sort of thing, like where we're all going to go into the studio, record it, and get Risky Roads in.
Oh, sick.
Rooney. And then on Sunday we're gonna we're recording with DJ Carnage and maybe someone from Roll Deep.
Okay, sick.
For one extra.
Oh, that's big, man.
And then what else? I'm not going to say what.
Yeah, no, keep it for the streets, mate.
Yeah, no.
But listen, Dogs, like, it's been unreal. It's a pleasure to have you back, and again, big fan of Griminal. Griminal just dropped a track with D Double and Nas. He's not Lil Nas anymore. He's Nas, and I've just got this thing in the air. You've dropped your tune with OT. You've got your album coming. I'm really starting to feel like real Grime's coming back, and like people are saying, do you know what, fuck this, like let's come back and show people. And again, Potter paper. Hard.
I spoke to him not long ago.
Tell me he's not hard.
I've spoke to him over the years. I've always been in touch with him, like, and spoken to him, and Shots is good friends with him as well. Like, and he knows people I know. And,
same with me.
I knew him before he was even. Like,
I've been listening to him for a long time, and I mean he's very close with people from my old school. I went Cannon Palmer, Seven Kings, right? Yeah. And Training Day 1, Training Day 2. I'm just very excited for Training Day 3, and obviously he bigged you up in that the one that went viral when he's like, and I went I'm OT like Dogzy.
Yeah.
Mate, you can't have a better co-sign than, for me personally, Potter. I personally think he's the best rapper in this country at the minute, personally, and for him to be able to big you up like that, I think you should. Honestly, Josh, we gotta give Dogzy a clap, mate. No, mate, hands out your pockets. We ain't finished yet. Dogs.
I know, it's nice to see. He's good, like.
You deserve it, man. You deserve it.
But you got to think, like, I was here way before any of these little fuckers. Simple as that. I was here way before they was listening to me.
Pay it as you go.
Even before Pay As You Go, do you know what I'm saying?
But you're still here.
Yeah, that's the good thing. That's the thing that I look back on and I think, wow. I was talking to a hyperactive MC yesterday. And he was showing memorabilia that he's got, and I was going through mine. It's like, fuck, like we was talking about it, and I said, listen, man, me and you can say, like, hyperactive MC, do you know who it is?
I don't, actually.
He's one of them old school MCs, like, garage MCs, like, and he's old school, bro.
Okay.
And, like, when he started showing his memorabilia and that, and then I looked at mine, and then you think, do you know what, man, this has been a fucking incredible journey, man.
And think about, like,
I've been on tour.
I've
been all around the country.
Music, just music.
Yeah.
You have affected. You never knew I knew so much about what you do.
No.
You would never have known.
No, there's people that have. I'll do a lyric, and they'll know it.
They're sweating, singing it back to you,
and I'm like, how the fuck do you know that?
That's
because
what I'm saying.
I don't see it. You don't see it because you're in Dagenham, you're in a bubble.
Yeah.
You're just going studio, you're just doing this. You don't know the reaction, what you're getting. The only reaction, like now, years ago, you didn't know the reaction until you went to the raves.
100%.
Now you can go on YouTube and
see the views and stuff like that.
So you know that doesn't. And this is what I said to the boys. Just because you see 7.1 thousand views on a video, that doesn't mean that 7.1 thousand people have seen it.
No, absolutely not. Yeah.
Plenty more people have seen it. Don't worry, like, because even now I can't walk. I walked outside the train.
You can't walk around here without someone knowing you are.
I live with my mum in wherever.
Yeah.
And,
over there.
Yeah. And I come back to Dagenham and I see someone on the train. I was like, "Oh, how you doing?" Like, and I had to meet someone outside the fucking train station. I said to him, "Oh, this is going to be hectic."
Intense,
mate.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, what do you mean?" I went, "Oh." And literally, as soon as I got outside the train station, beep, 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 dogs, beep, beep. I went, oh,
right, I would have done the same thing. If I'm driving, I'm just going fucking London,
I don't know
and I
who
see
it
you
is.
In your slippers. I'm going to lose my shit.
I don't know who it is, though.
Yeah, does that weird you out?
No, because it's Dagenham, but it does when I'm out of the area.
Oh, okay. Do you still get it a lot?
Yeah, man. I've been in McDonald's, and the geezer behind the counter serving me, Dogzilla, bruv.
No, but this is what I'm saying.
Just get me a 6 nugget meal, mate. Fucking hell, man.
But this is what I'm saying is like, that is a blessing, and that is from just making music which affects everyone's life. So yes, Devlin, and I don't care what anyone says. I said this to my friend yesterday. He was a machine. Still is. But he was a machine. But don't ever think that you weren't as well.
Yeah,
never think that.
I know. He had abilities that I didn't.
That I think a lot of humans.
And he didn't have the abilities that I had.
Exactly.
So he can be creative in his word plays but this is where it works for me and him, Devlin style.
Your
there you go.
Creative stance on what you're saying. I think as well you're funny. It's actually weird because meeting you, you're deeper and much more to yourself than your music.
It's because you ain't.
You'll go on stage and say, "You can suck my little dick, penis, fuckface, hand now," to everyone and feel no way about it. Nah. You know what I mean?
Because you're not in the pub with me yet.
That's true. but you know what I'm saying? That is a beautiful thing, and I think, again, like we've had a really good one here, and I hope we do this again, and I would like to speak to you 100% after the album comes out.
Yeah, we'll do another one when the album comes out.
And you don't live far from me, so we can go get on the Nelsons nowadays now.
That's it. Stay after it, finish your drink before we go. Yeah,
brother.
I'll show you the album.
So, listen, that's Dogzilla.
Thank you.
Big up yourselves, people. That's Dominic Kellman, the podcast. Big things.
Mushroom dick.
Mushroom dick.
This is where I fucking live. I think I might just be losing the plot. I think I'm losing my